Welcome to the Gaming Bench. This week I'm building a 5-field Kono board. Now you might think, didn't I just build that? And yeah, I did. I built this 5-field Kono board just a couple weeks ago. But this week I'm going to build one that is much, much bigger. All right, let's get to it. So we'll start by building the board. Now, basically what I'm doing is just making a replica of the 5-field Kono board I built a couple months ago. This board, and you see that it's a nice size, but in doing the math to figure out how big this board needs to be for the bigger version, it's big, like comically big. This is going to be the size of the board, which is just kind of ridiculous. So I have a paper pattern of all the spacing for the holes. I'm going to center this, mark all the holes, and then start drilling. Now I just need to draw all the connecting lines that I will, I'll take the router to these later. Okay, so those are all the connecting lines. Now all that's left is to start drilling the holes where the pieces will sit. And while I do that, I'll tell you how I got to this point to build such a ridiculous board in the first place. So this all started after I posted my 5-field Kono history video, where a friend left a comment that said, you know, it looks beautiful, which was very kind of her to say, and she said it would be fun to build a set with billiard balls or extra large marbles. It would be fun to handle. And I responded like, yeah, that would be kind of cool. And it would be a great demo prop. Sometimes I take my ancient games to demonstrations for the medieval group that I participate with, and an oversized board like this would be a lot of fun for the crowd to handle. So I half-heartedly looked at billiard balls, you know, pool balls, but like they're solids and they're stripes, and I'm like, can you paint a billiard ball? Like, I don't think so. I think the paint would come right off, and I kind of abandoned the idea. And then a couple days later, this very helpy friend sent me this. And it's for a game called Blackball, which I had never heard of before, but it has solid balls of 2 colors, and there's 7 balls exactly, which is exactly the number I need for 5-field Kono. And it wasn't expensive, so I thought, well, now I have to buy it. So I bought this billiard ball set. It came, and now here we are. I'm building this ridiculously oversized board. So I rarely have a fully fleshed out plan with my builds, but this one feels a little more seat of my pants than is usual, because in theory, I could be about done. I could cut these grooves with the router, maybe put a chamfer on here, sand it up, finish it, and be done. But I'm deciding if I want to make this into a box, because I don't really want to bring a sack of billiard balls around with me anytime I want to play this game. So it'd be nice if it has a box, but like this is the box that the balls came in. And so that's all bigger it needs to be. If I make it as big as the board, that's a lot of wasted space. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I'm thinking I might build, kind of cut the difference and make a box that's slightly smaller than this. And then when you play the game, it'll kind of look like it's on a pedestal like this. Then I can store the balls inside and not have to worry about carrying them around. Well, I'm gonna cut these channels while I figure out what I'm gonna do. going to put a little chamfer around the edge of these before I route the connecting lines. Some of this router cuts were really rough. I don't know why. So, clean all that up. But nothing some sandpaper can't take care of. Sanded this up to 120. Now I got to decide what I want to do here, because I love the nice clean holes that Forster bits cut. I hate the little divot that it leaves in the middle. In the past, when I've used Forster's bits, I've cut out a little super thin piece and glued it on there. I've drilled this out and put a little plug in there. I think I'm going to paint the inside of all of these. So, what do I want to do with it? So the first 5-field Kona board I made, I painted the inside of the divots and the crossing lines gold, and I think that looks really sharp. And I thought about doing that here, but I think what I'm going to do is keep it simple, paint the inside of these and the crossing lines black, and then maybe stain this board or just finish it, TBD. And as far as what I'm going to do with the divots on the inside, I'm going to punt for a minute, figure it out later. For now, time to start painting. And I'm not going to try to be very neat about this, because I want to paint the whole thing, and then I'm going to just sand off what gets out of the lines. Okay, that is everything painted, and it looks like trash right now, but as always, we're going to trust the process and hope it ends up looking good on the other side. super legit. I'm at the point where I need to make some real decisions about this board. Like I said before, I prefer boards that are self-contained, so that this would be some sort of box that would house these billiard balls. But if I'm being honest, I'm on a bit of a time crunch, and I didn't really figure out a great solution for some sort of integrated box that isn't just huge and have a bunch of empty space in it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call this done. I gotta put some finish on it, and then, yeah, it'll be done. All right, took this outside and hit it with several coats of just gloss polyurethane, and I'm gonna call this board done. Well, almost done. So the $20,000 question is, how am I gonna disguise these little divots left by the Forstner bits that I hate so much? So I had a bunch of ideas for this. I thought about cutting a little piece of veneer into a circle and putting them on the bottom, or maybe making some decorative smaller circle that I could paint a different color. I was really jazzed with the idea of finding little metal stars that I could maybe route out and put them in the bottom, but not like 5-pointed stars, more like 12-pointed stars. I thought that would look really cool. So much so that I ran over to Michael's to see if I could find some like metal star beads, but they didn't have anything. And like I said, I'm in a bit of a rush to get this done. So here's what I've decided to do. I had a desk drawer full of these little brass fasteners. So I'm just gonna snip off the heads and use a little epoxy and glue them into place. And we're done. This is a comically large board, but I gotta say there's something really satisfying about moving these billiard balls around as playing pieces. This is identical to the 5-field Kono board I built several weeks ago, albeit bigger. So I have a rules, history, and strategy game about that, video about that too, if you want to just look back a couple videos to learn more about this. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this week. If this is the kind of stuff you like, I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on The Gaming Bench. Ridiculous.